Hi everyone. Afternoon. Good evening. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much to Snuffles and Galley for the bits. I know that we also have Cinnamon here who has a 7 stream streak. And Galley has a 10 stream streak. Oh my gosh. I'm spoiled with good company. And Kaido is here too. Hi Kaido. I hope you all are doing okay today. I am so excited to get into this chapter. I remember last time the Steel Samurai music was really good, and I'm listening to this menu music in my head right now, and it's good, don't get me wrong, but it's no Steel Samurai music, so. Aww, good stream invites, good come. Aww. Thank you. 35, oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you, Snuffles. Yeah, Snuffles is one of the OGs, I think. You found me when I was first playing Real Face of a VTuber, which was the first mystery game I played. I remember that. You win this round. Well, to go from our first mystery game to our current one, was it good? Was it a good transition? Did I do okay? We are back to it, trying to solve the mystery of who killed the evil magistrate. And oh, that's right, we met this assistant. Wasn't trying to flex. Okay, if I remember correctly, we already investigated everything in this room. I think all that's left is that we have to talk to her. So, let's talk. Let's see. Let's talk about Will. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private. What kind of girl do you think I am? Rose looking at his biceps in the mirror as he says this. No, Snuffles is a good egg. I mean, he might also be doing that, but he is also a good egg. What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. No. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. It's so ironic that Powers is so powerless right now. Do you think that's why they named him that? Because I know that they like to do very punny names, like very silly sort of like, there's like, what was the one guy in the very first trial against Larry Butts? His name was like, Saw It. Hugh Saw It. You Saw It. That was his name. It was a pun off of You Saw It. And I was just, ah, man. I'm wondering if maybe that's what it was for Powers. Yesterday was our only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. Hi, Moo Moo. Hi. Mr. I'm the Murderer McGee. When did I give you a beauty? I don't know when that happened. I don't know. The VP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Powers' dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP going into his dressing room. Well, she saw him go into the dressing room, so that's good. But I didn't see either of them after that. What do we do now, Nick? We haven't found anything. Listen, I'm not doing the Arnold voice. I can't. It's time to pump some muscles. I said I wasn't gonna try and then I tried. What's wrong with me? If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry. I know you're busy. I mean, not really. I am Phoenix. What do you mean, not really? Actually, there's something that's been bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Like Spidey senses? Oh. True. Cinnamon roll? Like roll. I mean, it is true, Snuffles. You do love puns, and Cinnamon has a built-in pun. You sense? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant there on that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? No, she has to have more than just I sensed. There has to be more. But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Conjecture, Your Honor. Against, like, someone helping me, I'm just like, nah, that's baseless. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than— You don't have any better information than I feel like someone else was here for no particular reason? Not like anything was moved or— Okay. No, thanks, that helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Okay, here we go. Sensing someone. So you sensed that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Alright, well. Oh wait, when I was examining, did I look for a swipe? Okay, no swipe. Anything new? Nah, okay. Hi, how are you? Oh, hey, Zoink. Hi. Welcome in. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Zoinks! It's Zoink! Ruh-roh, Raggy. I can't see without my glasses. That's another good one. And that's like all of my Scooby-Doo references all at once. I used them all. Is Hammer a reference to the Hammer movies? I don't know the Hammer movies. I haven't seen a lot of movies. I still need to. Don't get mad. I still haven't seen Star Wars. I'm working on it. One day. When I get Disney Plus. Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here on that day. What? Are you absolutely sure that you were here watching the whole time? Oh, ma'am, who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Alright, you better tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Somebody's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. Maya, you rat. That was doctor-patient confidentiality. She's gonna die, absolutely. Her? She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that nowadays, running your mouth saying tomorrow this is the other thing. Oh god. Respecting your elders. You used today. Oh gosh. I couldn't. I tried. I tried so hard. I couldn't. She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. You don't say. Looking at that computer immediately. I take offense to that. I think she was gonna have give me a stroke with how fast she was talking. Blah. Let's see if the picture is here. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Nah, it's just got some key evidence. I don't think we really... Come on, Nick. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick. Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see, first I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1, that was when the security lady arrived at the card station. Please enter the number of the security camera. I believe it was 370. I remember asking, like, oh, I should write this down, right? Because... And then I was like, no, I'll just remember it. And it's all the same 3 numbers, just jumbled, and that's my weakness, is jumbling numbers. Oh, gosh. Only Phoenix would consider withholding evidence from himself. He's like, no, the court should have it, but me, no, I couldn't. No, I couldn't possibly. I'm so full on evidence right now. Oh, hi, welcome in, Ant King. How you? How are you? How are you? Oh my gosh. I want to say, to my memory, I believe it was 370. I might even actually have it written down in my evidence somewhere. Nope. I just had to remember. I think it's 370. There. Entered. Nothing happened. Okay. I was wrong. Maybe I got the wrong one. Okay. Maybe we should look at it. No. I'm just gonna spam this. Don't mind me. Yeah. Yes, try the computer. Okay, so it wasn't 370. It was obviously 307. It was 4, I think. Oh, you're so... it was camera 4. Of course. There we go. Hey, I printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we've got. Oh my gosh, that's not Will Powers at all. That's just someone in a costume. That's not evidence. That doesn't hold up in court. Is there anyone in the tree line? Anyone sneaking by at the same time? I don't think I see anyone hiding. Okay. It was number 3, my lord. Number 3. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Exactly, it's not. Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Hmm? Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo number 2? What's photo number 1? What does that mean? There's more photo data from that day. Nope, that's only on the computer. It was deleted. Evidence was tampered with. Oh my gosh. It was the trees. The trees did it. They framed him. They're the only ones with enough to do that. And can you imagine, like, going to court and you're talking about him being framed nicely in the picture with, like, a little frame of trees around him? Sorry. I'm goofy. Powers? Photo added to the courtroom. Hey, Nick. Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right. We'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Late night burrito place messed up my order again. No. From now on, I'm sticking with the Turkish burger joint. Ooh. Okay. You say Turkish burger, I'm immediately imagining like some kind of a burger with like a feta mixed into the. Okay, I'm making myself hungry at this point. But I am sorry about your burrito. That's a shame. Turkish delight burger? I don't know about that one. We were cooking, but maybe we should stop cooking. Oh my gosh. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? 'Cause it's the fun part, Phoenix. Everyone wants to be the villain. Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea of who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady? Should also identify full powers as left-handed, since it seems the person was favoring their left hand here. Did you know that you also have a dominant foot? If you stand still and then you start to fall forward, the foot that you automatically catch yourself with is your dominant foot. I want to save. I always love saving. It makes me feel safe. In fact, I'll double save because I'm paranoid. I know my dominant foot from all my pew pew practice. I know my dominant foot from all the times that I've tripped and caught myself. We are not the same. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Dominant hand and foot implies the existence of submissive hand and foot. I'm so sorry that my handwriting is so poor. I was writing with my submissive hand. I am of the understanding that you can trip on flat ground. I'm actually quite good of not tripping on flat ground, but when it's not flat ground, I'm pretty good at tripping. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Prosecution will show the court that the at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Low Powers, killed the fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Okay, that was fast. Mr. Edgeworth, prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe. Stand. Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe! My favorite. Look at him! Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. I've fallen up starts as well? I've fallen up stairs? I like to think the judge's name is literally just Judge. I know someone who goes by the name Judge. It's possible. Sheepie, are you in heatwave territory? Honestly, I don't know who isn't in heatwave territory at this point, because there's the heatwave in Europe, and then there's the heatwave that was in Europe that is now sweeping across North America. So, and I mean, like, Southeast Asia is just always hot in general. So, I feel like out of all the areas to get the heat wave, I'm currently in one of the more forgiving areas, but it is a bit toasty for my liking. I am definitely feeling more sleepy lately because I'm so warm that I just want to hibernate through the heat. Okay, yes, stairs. Gotcha. Is his surname Dredd, but Judge Dredd? Wait, it sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is. Literally, yeah, just roasting alive. It's so bad, dog. Oh, not you too, Moon. Wait, I think you were telling me, doesn't your work not have AC? Oh my gosh. Without AC right now, I would be very much worse off. But I am also having my AC restricted by my complex. They're saying that there's energy demands. So they were like turning off people's ACs remotely. I didn't like that. It's 1:05 here today at 11 a.m. Oh my gosh. We got fixed today. All it took was to get one dude to look at it. That's, oh my gosh. Why does that sound really on point for your job, though? To just neglect something that's super easy to take care of? Oh man. Well, I'm glad it's fixed. Maybe it'll be better in the upcoming days. Fingers crossed. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studio was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, production assistant. I find it very hard to believe that out of a whole crew, they only had 3. Where's the camera guy? Where's sound boom guy? Where's director? Where's choreography guy? Where's all this stuff, you know? They were scared of it. They must have read Cool Air by H.P. Lovecraft. That's damn good. Right? That's what I think. Like, even some YouTube productions wouldn't go on with just 3 people. Where's the producer? Exactly. Oh, all the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Okay, but until noon means nothing. He was murdered at 2. Oh, but I guess I said no one else walked past. Okay, fine, I get it. Wait, you need a camera and a guy? Wait, yeah. Why are they all slacking off in the employee area? They're making a show over here. So all the execs and producers were there on scene, but not actually there watching the scene? Make it make sense. Do your jobs. After lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. Production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. Time of death was 2:30 p.m. Okay, that was true as determined by the autopsy. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? I didn't have the option to protest, so no, I don't want to listen. I think I can probably remember that, yeah. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court. Stuck in the chest of the victim. Okay, so it was found stuck into the chest of the victim. Did it actually have signs of it being used as the weapon, though? Or was it a framed thing? I've already forgotten that. Cinnamon, it was 3 seconds ago. Come on, pull it together. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. What are we doing in the courtroom right now? Who's the dark and the blue suit? Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be so embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. Oh man, what an old bag. Still other children make fun of me, and can you believe it? There was this boy that kept in the chess club. He called me an old bag. Well, I just cried. Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Did she just tell him to call her mommy in a way? No. Grandmommy. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony? Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. It's tangential velocity. I know what those words mean separately. What do they mean together? You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. I'm gonna press on that. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It's Powers. That man right there. and he was headed towards the studio. Okay, well now I have multiple things I want to talk about. You saw the defendant then, hmm? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Oh, I clicked it too soon. Sorry. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, so first I want to make sure she really was there all day, because they hinted that maybe she wasn't. I was there until 5. Were you there until 5? So you're watching there the whole time. No breaks, not even a second. Of course, I'm a professional, you know? Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? Errands? More like irons? Oh, I ran from the crime scene? Does that make sense? Okay, I think I pick up what you're putting down. No, it's just after seeing you eat those donuts in the guard station yesterday, I can watch the game eat donuts at the same time. Snipper whapper. Snipper whapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So, the witness was on duty through the whole afternoon, the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Okay, so... certain man walked right by. It was Powers. Oh, really? Because I know it was not necessarily Powers. It was Steel Samurai who walked. Objection! Let me get this straight, Miss Oldbag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Oldie Tokyo. Miss Oldback, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of Steel Samurai, but that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss... witness. But he's not made of steel... No, Steel Samurai is very soft. He's more like... Gold Samurai. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Sponge Cake Samurai? Now that's a show I'd watch. Is that like a spin-off of SpongeBob? Oh my gosh, I could see it. But also, Sponge Cake Samurai. You could make a cake out of that. You could. I could see it. Let's hear about your proof then. Oh, you're at work. I hope you have a nice time at work. Stay safe. Have fun. Thank you for being here. Let's hear about your proof then. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? Anyone can drag a leg. So he had sprained an ankle? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. I never say anything I don't mean. Okay. How did you see him trip and fall if you were minding the guard station? Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. This lady's delusional. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. This woman belongs in The Boys. I've never seen The Boys. I don't think I really intend to watch The Boys. I've caught like snippets from someone close to me watching this show, and I was just, oh, ew. Hi, Cookie. Hi. I've never seen it either. It looks terrible to me. I can't really judge it, but from the few scenes that I've walked in on without context, I was like, no, I don't think I could give this show a fair shot. You may continue your testimony. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Which prop did he break? He broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear, the murder weapon? Luckily I was there with my duct tape to fix it. There's no duct tape in that picture, was there? This strikes me as a significant detail, yeah. I better write this down in the court record. Interesting. I'm just gonna drink some water really quick. 1 second. So, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Oh! I think we've heard enough. Interesting. It was broken when Powers got there. Oh, was it? Oh, no. Okay. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is... where is this Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Powers. What was it? No. I suppose it right? No. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? I object. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. I think you could have mentioned that before the trial, edgelord. Right? For real. Defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Yeah, for real, the camera was like on the left pointing right. So like all you have to do is step off of the path and walk around the camera. I think there was some grass off to the side with some park benches. You could just parkour over the park benches. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? Actually, I want to see. Enter to check. Let's see. I see no duct tape. Unless that's the duct tape right there. If that's what it was intended, but it looks like she was implying that like the staff of it broke. No, God, please, no more. No need to ask twice. Continued. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? But the only person I saw go into the studio before then was Mr. Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen him. I want to press you on that one for sure. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Hi, old bag. How you doing? I'm going to accuse you of lying in court. It's not a good thing. No one else went there, huh? No one? Objection. What was Scene 8 well grammar, y'all honor. My brain like fizzled a little. I really had to like take a really good look at it. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before one? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. Look at her eating that steak. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen him. Oh, really? Are you sure? Objection. Come on. The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. I'm like saying it like that. Edgy boy? Old Windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all, or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. He's mine, get your own edgelord, lady. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? Man, I'm already starting to forget stuff and I hate it. Okay, so no one else went there. I think this is where... Oh! I clicked the wrong button. This is where I'm going to present the photo, because it says number 2. So, I hope this is right. Objection! Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. Look at this graph. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, right? See, this is what I'm saying. This, pointing this way, just hop this, go around, and just keep walking. No? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. What does that even mean? Right. Anyway. Every time I do it, makes me laugh. I mean, as you can see, Your Honor. Exactly. That is exactly where my mind went. Anyway. It is also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. Yeah, your job. I'm gonna take it. that very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sunny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order, please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went by the studio that day. Yes. Yet there is only data for 1 of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access to the security lady herself. Eh? You watch your mouth with a cool whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. The camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes. That's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help! Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what that means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper, too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, old back? The expressions are... I know. That's one of my favorite parts about this game. Especially seeing Edgeworth angry. It's so funny. Ah! That's right. I just remembered something. Oh, how convenient. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Judge has seen it all with them wide open eyes. He's seen the right judgment. Oh, the Phoenix Wright judgment? Your testimony, please. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see? Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. This old bag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I would say that this is a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. The other person. Every day after I finish, I have one other job to do. Go through the photos and check them. I throw out any ones that aren't suspicious looking. How do you determine what is suspicious looking? Locker. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. He asked the exact question on my mind. Yes. How exactly did you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces for the most part. For the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldback. Oh, I didn't touch that suspicious looking photo of Will Powers, did I? I think she's missing the points. Ain't no face in photo 2. Oh, yeah, there isn't a face in photo 2. Exactly. True. True. Let her cook? No, I won't. She's banned from the kitchen. I think she's missing the point. I remember throwing out one photo. What was it of? And can we retrieve it? Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? Fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Hi, Rose. How are you? Oh, Rose. I remember. How are you doing today, Rose? They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Objection! Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain. I told you they were freaks. I'm well, how are you? I'm also doing well. I'm still very sleepy and lethargic from this heat. I'm getting warm. Okay, fine, it was me. I just love Steel Samurai so much. I wanted to help him out. Help him out, defeat the evil magistrate. Just, get in there a little. Oh, and they're kids. Children. Whippersnappers. Well, you call me a whippersnapper, and I'm an adult, so what does whippersnapper actually mean to you? Kids? Saw the photo that you erased. It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. Okay, that is an actual whippersnapper. Snipping whips. What? Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. Why she has photo of children? I mean, okay, to her credit, it's not like intentional, it's automatic, but I mean, still, kind of weird. One was a Steel Samurai, dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in the 2nd or 3rd grade, huh? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think it's quite heavy. But it was snapped in half at one point, so... Why does automatic have photos of children? Lock that guy up. It was Shazam. Oh my gosh. Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick? What's going on? I mean, boy was there, that makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. October 18th. Let's go. 500-minute recess. No way. Hi, Ice. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio. I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should you should take better care of that stuff. Does this trailer not have a lock on the door? How can you suspect that guy? Look at him. He's just Wolverine. I couldn't imagine anyone who would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. Are you serious? Of course they would. So where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. Yeah. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick? What are we going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. Like a child. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Old bag? True, she was there. So was the assistant. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Dude, I have to do my job. Let me do my job, don't worry, don't worry. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. He's like Mufasa. Mufasa. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? Prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. That mean, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. I see it. That's his other biggest role. Yeah, I'm Will Powers. I am the role of Steel Samurai and also Mufasa. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. And we're going to take a quick break. Please feel free to grab a drink or snack, stretch your legs. We'll be right back. There we go. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry for the disconnect on the Be right back screen. We had some connection issues. It should be much better now. So, hi. Welcome back. Did you grab a snack or a drink? Did you stretch your legs? Tell me everything. But Edgeworth says he calls for a guilty verdict. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Are we really going to blame a child? Is this really what we're about to do? I don't want to do that. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. You guys do it all the time. What do you mean? Edgeworth is a verdict. I guess I couldn't say that. Edgeworth is a verdict? I got my eye on you, Cinnamon. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right. Great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So, who was this person, other than Mr. Powers, that could have committed the murder? Well, those are the three I have in mind, yes. The assistant is cute, there's no way. That's actually who I'm leaning on right now. Who I'm leaning towards, rather. She was there. I think she's my best bet. It was the assistant. The steel samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the steel samurai. So you're saying the steel samurai in the picture is really the assistant? I mean, it does make sense. She was there for the training. She saw him hurt his leg. She saw him go into the dressing room. She knew that he'd be laying down. So she knew that it was safe to go in and take the costume. She is large enough, old enough to wield the steel samurai spear. It's possible. But she's adorable, though. I mean, she could commit a crime and then just do the wiggle emote, and then she'll be absolved of all of her crimes. That's correct, Your Honor. Objection! Objection. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the steel samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh, uh-oh. Bad feeling time. No bad feeling time. We've logicked through this, Phoenix. Oh, Saribot. Welcome back, Saribot. Oh, what the heck? Why is it saying I have another ad starting? We just did ads. People are gonna get scammed. Dang. She has a smaller frame, it was heavy for her. True. But she's also not really carrying it in that photo, she's using it like a walking stick. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury? Powers and poor Hammer at the run-through. Oh, and me. What about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, oh, shoot. I should have said old bag. Crud. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. Crud. Oh, you meant the suit. Oh, interesting. Yeah, but like you could wear like giant-sized shoes and still walk around, right? The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the steel samurai. She could look the steel samurai look with that costume. but she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. What? That... Oh, hold on. Whew. That kind of takes the legs out from under that case. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you, as I warned. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. May we move on, Mr. Wright? No. Hold on. This fight isn't over yet. Very English credentialed. I like started to understand it. She could look the look, but she can't walk the walk. But like blind reading it, you're like, look. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please. Very well, go ahead. So, who was this person, other than Mr. Powers, that would have committed the murder? You know, I've got a few mistakes in there. Let's just throw it at the security lady and see if it sticks. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in the picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about that injury. The security lady, Oldbag. Her name is Wendy. I thought it was security lady. You just like go to a grocery store and you're like, your name isn't grocery store clerk? What? Whippersnapper. Order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. I knew it all along. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Well, that's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump on with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, it means you're cooked. So you'll think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. Sherlock Holmes was my father. My name is sequel to Sherlock. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Give Granny a break. There's no way. Of course. Very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. Why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. He looked like a nail? Huh? No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. It's only a grade schooler though, as you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was at that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Oh, that's suspicious. Why? Why would you do that? What were you doing? Why? Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. Is Granny bad? I'm Batman. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day, whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? Indeed? Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? Okay, the duct tape is at the top. Okay. Hmm. I mean, aside from the fact that he just like very obviously does not fill the costume. Ooh, he also wouldn't have a card key. Hmm. I think this is the evidence. He doesn't have a card key, right? Wright is truly a professional. The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend the proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy, what was her name? Something Old Bag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. They were so polite to her until she became a murder suspect. Oh, wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Powers is being a doof, but he dropped his card. No. Objection. Hearsay. Slander. Libel. No evidence that he dropped his card key. None at all. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? That is surprising. Well, testify. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people in the studio that day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Objection, Miss Oldbag is crazy. Miss Oldbag, the double old. Oh my. Whom? What a word. Yes, whom is formally correct in some contexts. Not all contexts, but whom. Can you tell I like saying it? Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. Always do what you're told, even if it means committing murder. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Meditative who? Whom? Whom would be used before a word that starts with a vowel, so there's no double vowels. I don't know if that's true. I know that there is, like, to whom versus to who. I don't remember. Hearsay. Mr. Wright, Your cross-examination. My lips were sealed. Well, now they're not. When we keep quiet about something, there were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who? Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. Yeah, I mentioned it at the start. I just want to grab him and shake him. Of course. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? See? You use whom when the word who receives an action. But also, congrats on the 10-stream streak. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised when asked about it. So, where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Yeah, with a tree branch blocking it. Yeah. Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. Yeah, of course. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. Path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? Edgeworth is a genius. Clearly no one else had thought of this. Sheepie would... Oh my god. Sheepie would learn something from this guy. I'm getting rage baited. I'm getting rage baited and it's working. I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Take a cross-examination. Let's keep going. They had nothing to do with it. They're not the ones to determine that. The court is. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder. I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So you got your bonus, and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Okay, fine. Take a break. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and, some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. They say hold it, but the witnesses are never holding anything. Hold their tongues? The court acknowledges why am I not speaking? The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people who have just been told of. I love seeing him miserable. I can't lie. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. October 18th. Lobby 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. But he's hot. I mean, he's a good prosecutor. Your Honor, please observe how hot Edgeworth is. Doesn't that make him correct? Could you imagine? Pretty privilege in court. Actually, I'm sure there is such a thing. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really? It's nothing. Oh, or should I... sniff? What? We'll be going down to the studios to do more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been Old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. Kind of feel sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Boom, 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 boom. Double save. 'Cause I'm worried. October 18th. We ain't visiting. Hey. We have to. We told him we would. Oh, what a day. This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial. Director and producer? Yeah, them. Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios. All right. Uh-oh. Tensions are gonna be high. Oh, no one's here. Right, now that they have Miss Old back in custody, I forgot about that part. Guess they don't have anyone to replace her. Hey, in the guard station. Look, she left her donuts. Ew. Maya. What? I wasn't gonna eat them. Yes, she was. What's this? Overhead map of the studios. Okay. Employee areas. To the left is the actual film studios. We know this. Here's our computer. Computer that runs the studio security cameras. Ooh. It's been turned off for the day. That's weird. Security guard station. Old bag must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. Alright, let's see. Studio van. Probably uses to carry around film equipment. Nothing's really changed. Main entrance to the studios. Probably have a police officer on patrol out there. Okay. Nothing else? Nothing? Okay. I think that's just about everything. Let's welcome ourselves in to... Let's go to the employee area first. Global Studios employee area. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey! Hi, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh? Oh, don't mention it. Ignore the part where I briefly accused you of murder. That was nothing. Is it true that they caught the security lady? Oh. Oh. Actually, she just called me. She just told me to cover up that drain. Oh, forgive me. It's making me sleepy. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? With a cardboard. Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. So then why was she working on the backdrop during the thing? If she makes them look worse, shouldn't they... Oh? Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right. I won't. Well, that was quick. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. Yeah. I'm feeling the same. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right. See you later then. Good luck with your investigation. So, let's see how this is. So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah. I think that was the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him, though. Don't you? You want me to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Oh, is she serious? If it's Kid, and he's no harm, as they're implying, then maybe I do open it, and I get to talk to him. He was a distraction. Old Bag wanted him to get in there. Oh, I see. Hi, Outer. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome in. Old Bag tore the grate off. Well, in that case, I want to talk to her accomplice. Well, I guess some things were just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes? Hiya. There, that should make the kids happy. The things we do. How is the sheepie? I'm doing okay. I'm a sleepy sheepie because of this heat wave, and I am feeling so sluggish. I don't know how the rest of the world is doing it because comparatively, my area is not that bad. So, oh, I feel for you guys. I feel for literally everyone else in the world who is not in a cooler place. Yay, let's make the assistant's job needlessly difficult. Yeah! Woohoo! It's okay. She's not worried about doing a bad job. Drain grate is off, and I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that? It must be nice to live so free of guilt. We have this bicycle. Goes to the hills. Some people cycle the X. I think these are all the same dialogue options that we got the last time. We have our steaks. Yep. T-bone minus the steak. I feel you 110%. Midday was 109, 110. I was feeling sleepy because it was nearing like 90 for me. I don't know how you guys do with the extra 20 degrees. That's crazy. What is this guilt? Well, guilt is a feeling that you would experience if oh, I actually don't have a funny joke. I was hoping that I'd come up with a funny joke by the time I finished talking. I don't have one. It's like a slang term for guild, the thieves guild. That's actually a really cool name in my like. You know, hold on. I played an MMO. I'm gonna open a guild. I'm gonna call it the thieves guild. Good try. Oh, come on. Must be the storage room. Yeah. We already heard this dialogue. Trash can. It's so normal. It's sold out. Can't look in because they're foggy. Yep. And then here's the dressing room. It's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's go in. Maybe there'll be something else to steal. We're not thieves. We're not part of the Thieves Guild. But we did take that card key. We borrowed that. There is a difference. Alright. Let's do it. Maya is totally part of the Thieves Guild. Yes, she is. Does that mean someone's in here? This is where the Steel Samurai costume was on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Power says, at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Huh. She's got a point. I mean, is it consistent? Maybe does he always take a nap at that time? Or did someone slip a sleeping pill into his food, perhaps? Oh, I completely missed this comment from Zoink. I noticed you bounce when you're happy. Admittedly, yep. I don't really mean to. I think um, a lot of it is just very subconscious for me. She's got a point. So, let's see. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. Must give these to the employee. Tea and cookies. Wait, Nick. What? These snacks. They're past the expiration date. Then don't eat them. Oh, they're snacks. They're meant to be eaten. Hi, Milk. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see. That's where he was sleeping. Someone was sleeping here. Did take a nap like you said. There's that window. It's locked. Doesn't open his windows. Dusty outside. Uh-huh. These are all things we've read. Array of cosmetics. Yep. Wiggy wiggy. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hair is still spiky. Perfect. Here we have some suits mixed in with the costumes. And back. I wonder what's inside. Hey! Supermarket tabloids? Wait, really? He buys tabloids? I'm kind of shocked. Hi, Pixel. How are you? Maya, leave those alone. Wolfmen found on Mars? I'll have to buy that issue. Come on, Phoenix. Don't fall for the tabloids. I think we've investigated everything in here. Phoenix, your hair looks dumb. Ha! Witty insult accomplished. We'll be lurking while I work. Enjoy work. I hope you have a decent time. I don't think people really tend to have a fun time while work, so I hope it's a decent time. And thank you for the lurk. Alright, so I think we head over to the studios now. Unless... No child yet. Okay, fine. I was hoping. Maybe. Okay, so main gate. Oh, hi. Hello. Oh, you look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. I like that philosophy essay I did in college. Does that count as work? I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed writing essays as well. I'm good. I fell asleep watching an art stream, so I'm wide awake. Oh, that's terrible in a way. Oh no. Your sleep schedule. Your circadian rhythm. You're awake at 1:35. Do you feel... Oh, no, you just said you're wide awake. Oh, man. Well, buckle in for a very long day then. I'm also wide awake at 1:35 a.m. twins. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's no bueno. My schedule's a mess anyways. You know, it's very interesting. I tend to have more audience from UK and Europe than I do in America, I think. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. Okay, so let's talk about this fanboy. Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. Us Europeans are degenerates and don't sleep. I mean, that tracks. I'm Irish, though. I am not British. Okay. Yep, separate. Do you... Although, okay, so in that phrase, I said people from the UK and Europe. Ireland is still part of Europe, right? I think. Please forgive me if I'm wrong. Trying to figure out how I can best group that region. I guess if I wanted to group the entire thing, best thing to say would be Great Britain and Europe. Maybe. Ireland is its own thing. 8th continent. Just like the little Pluto of continents. Oh, I miss Pluto. It was one of the coolest Sailor Moon Sailor Scouts. Geologically, UK is Europe, but not European Union. Yeah, but what about Ireland? North and South America, Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, Antarctica, Ireland. Ireland is EU. Okay. Gotcha. So, okay, yeah, if I want to be all-inclusive, it would be Great Britain and Europe. Because also, like, Great Britain is geologically part of Europe. But I feel like I've said Europe before, and people have been like, oh, Great Britain isn't in Europe anymore. Ireland is technically both. North doesn't count. Interesting. See, it's gotten so much more complicated. Let's see. I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. Interesting. Don't get me started on the North. For political reasons, that's a joke. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know too much, to be honest, about the politics of everything. I know that there's been conflict in history, but a lot of my education was in North America, and North America is very North America focused. Not to get into it, Ireland has its own split. Northern Ireland is in UK, rest is on its own country. Michael Collins rocks. I have no idea who that is. See, here's the thing is, I feel so in the dark about some things in the world. Damn right we are. My brain feels so slow today. Kaido, are you also... Wait, hold on. I'm getting confused. Ireland has a pretty interesting history if you're not Irish, I figure. Oh. I know that from my family, long time ago, we have Irish roots. We had... I don't really know much about it, to be honest. All I know is that we had someone who was Irish working as an indentured servant in England, who then got sent to North America to work as an indentured servant, so basically a slave, in a way. If you ever have any questions on Ireland, I'm a message away. Understood. I do want to go one day. I've heard that it's beautiful. And I imagine there's lots of sheep. I won't complain about that. Ireland's entire history is basically Ireland being bullied. Oh. That's not fair. Well, for what it's worth, I think generally people of the world like people from Ireland. We like to tease people from Ireland and say that they like to drink a lot and they like potatoes. But I think it's the affectionate kind of teasing where it's like, we like them, so we'll just give them a little crap, you know? Killarney is a spot to wish list if you ask me. I'll have to take a look at that. Those are stereotypes, but they aren't wrong. I didn't mean to respond. She misclick. We love a little gallows humor. Interesting. You know, that's one of the things that I really miss most, because I lived in England for quite a long time. I miss the humor. Like, the European humor is so different from North American humor. I truly miss it. It was so witty and smart and oh man. Ah, I miss that. So, how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the other day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak bones left on them by the employee area? Yeah, can you believe it? How does Americans humor? American humor is very... whatever you see on TikTok. Okay, so if you've ever played the game Civilization, in Civilization, there's different ways to win the game. You can either have like a war victory where you just truly kill all of the other countries and then you're the last one standing. You can have a scientific victory if you research everything quick enough and you go to the moon first or something like that. But then there's also the culture victory. If your culture spreads so much that everyone in the world is using your culture, it's considered a victory. So my friends always joke that America won the culture victory in real life. So the kind of like humor that you would see on TikToks and YouTube and movies, that sort of media, that's kind of our humor in a way. And a lot of our humor on a daily basis is referencing those things. Oops, there we go. Everything is so terrible, she said, smiling joyfully. And then he threw in the wiggle. They just stole all the other cultures. I mean, to be fair, I think everyone steals from other cultures. For some reason, I hacked as Canadian. I'll neither confirm nor deny. I've been a lot of places. I forgot. The wiggle. Yep, exactly. Oh, hi, Misfit. How are you? Welcome in. We were just talking about American humor, American comedy, and the style of it and how it's different from England. Or not just like England, but Europe in general. I don't think that American humor often goes for the smart, witty, sort of biting humor that Europe can do. I think that North American humor tends to be a bit more slapsticky, a bit more ridiculous, a bit more punchline-y sort of a thing. No, not at all. Yeah, like if you've ever watched Fawlty Towers is so sarcastic almost. I love it so much. So Americans aren't funny then. Exactly! You get it. I mean, like, our version of comedy is 6'7", and they're like, oh, funny number. and it's not true for everyone. There are some genuinely funny people out there. Like, first thing that comes to mind, actress Kiki Palmer. She's hilarious. Hey, wait a minute. We have a few people who are funny, but generally speaking, across the masses, I have never laughed as much as I have when I lived in England. Not like that, not truly like from the heart, from the soul like I did, you know? I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and producer were there the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were there, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director. More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd be in business if it wasn't for that producer. Producer, huh? I'll be sure to try and make you laugh plenty then. You already do. Honestly, all of you guys do. I mean, evidence enough, half of my stream is me sitting there laughing and trying to focus on the game. Half the time is me struggling. Hey, Nick. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. That's a shame. I love Gumshoe. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. Honestly, I'm down. I think the biggest strength yet is becoming a dying art. Oh, a stand-up comedy, yes. Taking the normal everyday moments and making them comical. And there's so much bad stand-up comedy too. But there's some really good gems in there. The easily amused are a blessing. Is that me? Am I the easily amused? It's never dying, only changes with time. Oh, Robin Williams. Oh, my heart. Man, I've been watching Pixel play through Kingdom Hearts, and it made me want to play Kingdom Hearts. So I actually started to play it again, and I got to the part where you get to Agrabah, and I'm listening to the voiceover of Genie. It was voiced during the time when Robin Williams was still alive, but he was having some major complaints with Disney, so he didn't do the voice. And so I'm listening to it, and I'm going, that's not the Genie. That's Homer Simpson. And I looked it up, and it was. It was Homer Simpson. But I remember like seeing the Genie and feeling like so excited, like, oh my god, I might hear his voice again. And it wasn't. I felt so sad. I was so heartbroken over such a small little thing. A little silly of me, but you know. I did not know that. Yeah. I'm sometimes good at identifying voice actors. Not always, but sometimes. Show must go on. Yeah, it does. But man, I think I learned something recently that he had like a medical diagnosis that would affect his state of mind. So it wasn't necessarily even that he was particular, like, I'm not saying he was or wasn't. I don't know the man. I am not involved enough in his life to say anything. But it could have exacerbated his emotions to the point of what had happened. I just watched Good Morning Vietnam for the first time a while ago. It was awesome. I still haven't seen that one. I need to. But yeah, I guess the moral of the story is take good care of yourself. Actually, you know what? I can do a better moral of the story than that. So, because this will also be on a VOD that goes on YouTube, people can come back to this and reference this. It is very important to me that everyone knows that there is absolutely nothing wrong with asking for help. I feel like a lot of people feel like there's weakness around asking for help, like saying that I can handle it myself, it's my own stuff, I can take care of it. But the way that I see asking for help is that you're still fighting. You are having this big fight with whatever it is that's challenging you in your life, whether that's depression or maybe a true literal force that seems insurmountable. And when you ask for help, you aren't giving up. It's not that you're too weak to handle it on your own. You're still fighting it, and you're asking someone to give you a weapon, a stick, literally anything. So, in my opinion, asking for help is a brave thing to do. So, if you do need help, there are many resources available, and it is not weak at all. So, that's the real moral of the story. 2 people lifting a heavy rock is 2 people still putting in all their effort. Absolutely. This place is deserted. Crash. Nick, what was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. It's old Beth. Could you imagine? She just breaks out of prison. Let's go in. I'm not sure where we should. English. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh? It's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate. And what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it. If they'll let us. But before we do, that caught my eye. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. That's not what I'm looking at. Don't get too close. The fence looks dangerous. Why is this one? It's bothering me. I want it to be. Fix it. Fix it now. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well just be a junkyard. It was just born different, you know? On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. I'll investigate the door in just a moment. 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. Which means that they weren't eating in the employee area, they were eating in Studio 2. Which doesn't bypass the security camera, which means that they could have been there and not recorded on film. But then, if they're not recorded on film, then how did they get those Steel Samurai costume and limp past? They would have had to... I'm short-circuiting. Wait a minute, was it meat? Like, was it meat tea? Why else would T-bone steaks be? Oh, Mr. T! Why else would T-bone steak be everywhere? I pity the fool. What is it with the steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place. What? I don't know. It just feels odd. Slide. Slide to the left. Everybody clap your hands. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'll run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? Oh, it's one. Oh, 2. There's a big 2 painted here. Probably because this is Studio 2. Probably. Though it doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look anything like a studio. No, it does not. Attorneys can drive without a license. They're above the law. Might have to fact check that one. Maybe. Possibly. Who knows? Maybe you're right. Trailer door. It's locked. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Trailer door. It's locked. The key is probably in the security guard station. I doubt they'd let us borrow it. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Trust me on legal advice. I'm a dentist. Alright, so did this dialogue change at all? I'm just curious. Is he a mascot? Monkey of some kind? Maybe we should ask the assistant. I'm not sure we really want her fixing anything. You probably need a crane to move that thing. Probably so. Okay. Welcome. As a spelunker, I would know that withholding evidence is totally legal. Oh my gosh. Dude, spelunking scares me so much. Oh my gosh, I could never. I really could never. I mean, I'm claustrophobic, so of course I could never, but also just like the sheer amount of accidents. It's like one of the most dangerous hobbies. All right, let's try to get that key. Security guard station. I can see the computer, yes. Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. I really want the key to that trailer. Maybe next time. Okay, so maybe if I get rid of her by talking about the monkey, never mind. Okay, fine. So let's go to Studio 1 and inspect that a little more first. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it is a murder scene. I want to go someplace else. Nick? I mean, no. We have to investigate my... There's that one story about a guy who was killed faster by the people saving him because the police system they rigged broke and dropped him. No. That's so sad. Oh my gosh. I mean, all those stories, they just break my heart. And I can't imagine, like, man. That's, Oh. Oni taught me a word for that one. It's a swear word, so I'll refrain from saying it. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Oh, we already did this dialogue. Anyway, favorite ice cream flavor? My favorite ice cream flavor is one that is only found in North America. So if you ever visit, you have to try. You have to tell me how you like it. It's called Moose Tracks. It's vanilla, and it has ripples of chocolate fudge and tiny little peanut butter cups, and it's so good. It's basically like a fully topped out, pre-made vanilla ice cream with a bunch of mix-ins. It's so good. But I am also partial to mint chocolate chip, which I think I also had a hard time finding while I was in England, so maybe I'm just very North American. And on that note, a place in my area does black raspberry. That's your favorite. That does sound good, actually. Do you get any like toppings on that? Like, does chocolate go well with black raspberry? Ooh, what if there was like a white chocolate sauce? That could go really well with that. Ooh. Mint good, chocolate good. Mint chocolate not so good. Oh, you've not had my mint chocolate experience that I've had then. Might be different. I think whenever I was in England, I always had the... Oh no, why am I forgetting the name? I think they're called, at least in North America, they're called like Magnum, where they have like peanuts and they're chocolate coated. We might have to get ice cream together and see. Oh, salted caramel. Interesting. I like caramel. It's good. It's not my favorite. Maybe I'm speaking heresy. Well, but either way, that wraps up our time for today. I hope you guys had a fun time. And now I really want ice cream, so depends how they do it. Fancy salted caramel sucks. Oh, like the ones that are like super salty. Yeah. But thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys showing up and having a fun time. Oh, fun time, I hope, at least. I don't want to speak on your behalf, but so yeah, today is Thursday, I believe. So next time I'll see you guys will be on Sunday for more Coral Island. Unless I see you in the Discord first, which I would love to. That reminds me, I have to finish doing my Wordle for today. But I will see you guys on Sunday for Coral Island or next Tuesday for more Phoenix Wright. I hope you guys have a great afternoon or a great evening, or I guess great middle of the night. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone.